Trap family, what's the deal? Biz Trap family, what's the deal? It's your favorite Coach Benji. So look, the name of my story today is going to be called "Who the Was My Mom About to Marry?" All right, because this man changed my mom's life forever. He changed our lives forever, and I feel like in order for you guys to really understand me, you have to know like where I come from and like how it all started, respectfully. Like, all right. So the name of the story again is called "Who the Was My Mom About to Marry?" All right. So it was my mom's 31st birthday. So it was August 7th, 2003, I think it was. And, I'm a child. If I'm not mistaken, I'm in 2003. I'm 12, right? Yeah, I'm 12, I think. So I'm 12 years old. In 2003, my mom, she's a super hard worker. She does everything for us. Like she busts her butt. At this time, she's working two jobs. She's taking care of all three of her children. And my dad, he was incarcerated at the time. And so she's doing her thing. And she's dating and she's meeting all different types of people, but it's not really like quality people. You get what I'm saying? So also keep in mind that my mom grew up without both of her parents, right? My mom lost both of her parents before she was an adult, right? She lost her dad when she was 7, and then she lost her mom at 15. All right. So going into adulthood and the remainder of her teenage years, she didn't have either of her parents. It was just her and her siblings. And because my grandmother moved here from Georgia, she didn't have a lot of relatives here either. So like aunts, cousins, or anything like that. So it was really just her and her sisters and brothers. And so my mom was, again dating, she's working, and eventually she meets this guy. Now my mom like to turn up. I ain't gonna hold you. Like she drinks, she chills, she do her, but she take care of her kids and she take care of home respectfully, right? So she met this guy, and I was surprised this guy didn't work. I mean, this guy didn't drink. Excuse me. So she met this guy, and to our surprise, he didn't drink, he didn't smoke, he didn't do nothing. He didn't do. He was a good quality guy. He also worked, and so it was like, okay, mommy found someone that's, good quality. He's a good guy. He has potential. And so everything seemed to be going well. They were dating. Eventually he moved in and he proposed to her. And so when he moved in, he started to give us allowances every Wednesday, which was something we weren't used to because my mom was a single mom. You get what I'm saying? So like all her money went to the bills, and you got to do them dishes just because you got to do them dishes. Like I ain't give you nothing. I ain't got nothing to give you respectfully. So that's how that was. So when he came, we started to get allowances. Now that was different. That was exciting for us. And now at this time, the jersey dresses had just came out. They was lit. I don't know if y'all remember, but I think like it was like $40. I think this guy, he had a truck and he used to come to the projects and he used to have all the jersey dresses, all the hottest jersey dresses, and he used to sell them for $40. And so because my allowance was 20, I ain't have enough. But there's one particular Wednesday when I went to go get my allowance, which always laid on the bed. He would have three pals, right? And it would be my allowance, my brother's allowance, and my sister's allowance. And so when I went to go get my allowance, it was $40 instead of the 20. So I was ecstatic. Like you couldn't tell me nothing. So I went and got my jersey dress. So when I went and got my jersey dress, I came back, got in the shower, got dressed, and I put my jersey dress on. I'm souped up. I'm ready to go outside. Child, my mother looked at me. She said, where you get that dress from? I'm like, oh, such and such gave me my allowance. I bought it with my allowance. She like, huh? Why you got extra? So she asked the person, like, yeah, you gave Vivi such and such and such. He said, no, I ain't get her that. Yo, I knew from that minute that something was wrong. I said, "Mom, this man gave that money to me. I didn't have it. I didn't get it from no other place. This is where it came from." So she was like, "All right." So she just left it alone, and it was weird. Like it was weird. I really didn't like him from that point on. And so, yeah. So I went outside, had my jersey dress on, and the whole time it just bothered me. I'm like, "Why he lying?" Like it just didn't understand. I just didn't understand why he was lying. And so I enjoyed my day. I went outside, had a ball, right? So weeks go past. Again, he just moved in with us. He proposed to my mom. It's almost her birthday. At this point, it's like June, July. Her birthday is August, and he also wants to marry her. The I think her birthday or the day after, something like that. And so he's getting ready for that. He's bringing in, he's buying TVs. Yeah, remember the floor model TVs? He brought one of those big, ugly floor model TVs. He brought all of these antique glass dishes and all this old stuff that it honestly looked like he took from someone else's house and brought to our house. Like, you get what I'm saying? It didn't look new. It looked like really, 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 really old and used. And it looked like he just was taking it from one place to another, respectfully. And so we're putting this, so he brings the stuff in. So one particular night, again, it's about June, July, we getting everything ready. We putting the dishes away that he just brought there, the glass dishes. And if anybody know my mom is like super, super, super like um cool. Like, she's so sweet. She'll give you the clothes off her back, but she's not scared of anything. Like, she's very fearless. Like, she fears God, and that's it, respectfully. And so the one day we were putting the dishes up, and she dropped one of the glass plates by mistake. Just, just regular. The glass plate dropped. This man turned around and smacked the shit out of my mom. He smacked the shit out of my mom. So he smacked my mom, and we just was all just stuck. Like, the hell? And he didn't even like seem bothered. He didn't even seem bothered. So my mom just was sitting there, and like I just told y'all, she's usually not scared of anything. She just had this fearful look on her face, like she just didn't know what to do. That was the second time I knew something was not right. And so eventually, it's July, and here comes August. Her birthday's August 7th. And so we go, and we're getting ready. She's getting ready. She got her birthday outfit. She got her dress. She's getting ready. So her birthday's August 7th, and her sisters are throwing her a bridal shower August 8th. That's what it was. It was her bridal shower was August 8th. She was going to be getting married, I think, a week later. So her bridal shower was August 8th, the day after her birthday. So they went out, her and her boyfriend, on her birthday is August 7th. They went out. Auntie Khadija, which is my baby. If anybody know me, you know Auntie Khadija. So Auntie Khadija came, and she picked us up, and she watched us. We didn't really spend the night out. Like, we didn't go anywhere. We was never away from home. Like, mommy always had us. If anybody know, they know that mommy always had her kids. And so Auntie Khadija came and picked us up, and we had a ball. Like, we always loved going to Auntie Khadija's house. It was always a vibe. Like, our cousins was there. Everything was so beautiful, and that was a Friday. So we was happy. We was gonna be with Auntie Khadija for the whole weekend, and so it was good. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, everything's good. Now, remember, my mom don't let us go too many places. Like, if it's not Auntie Khadija, Auntie Pearl, we not really going, respectfully. And so Sunday rolls around, and we missing our mom, and we know she missing us because she don't play about us. So we missing her, and something just didn't seem right with me. Like, something just didn't feel right. So I'm like, let me call my mom. As soon as I woke up Sunday morning, I jumped out of bed. I was like, let me call my mom, see if she had a good time at her birthday party and her bridal shower. And I ran to the rocking chair. I had a rocking chair, and the house phone was plugged in right on the right of the rocking chair. I sat down in the rocking chair. I dialed my number, 973-481-4882. I still remember the number, and I called, and it just rang. Y'all remember the house phones? Like, it just rang. It ain't had no voicemail. It just ring, 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 ring. So I kept calling. And I never got an answer. So I'm like, where's my mother at? So that was the morning time. Eventually the afternoon time came, 12, 3, 6. I kept calling, like, where the fuck is my mom? Now, at this point, I'm crying. Auntie Khadija came in there this afternoon time. Auntie Khadija came in there. She like, Mook, what's wrong? I'm like, my mom not answering, Auntie. Something ain't right. My mom not answering. So she like, Mook, you gotta stay in a child's place. You gotta learn how to be a child. Your mom is okay. Don't worry about her. I just start crying even more. Like, no, 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 no. Uh-uh. Yeah. So like I was saying, so Auntie Khadija was, she was like, just it's okay, Mook. Your mom is okay. So I'm like, man, I don't think so. So the nighttime rolled around, and now Auntie's calling my mom because she's like, "This not like Reese. Like Reese don't leave her kids with anybody. Where's Reese?" Like, so and we had stuff to do, like So it's like, where's she at? So nighttime roll around is like 9, 10. They calling, Auntie Khadija calling, my mom not answering. And so Auntie Khadija was like, Mook, Kasim, let's go. We out. So we all went to our house. We got on 280. We headed right to the project and we was knocking at our door. Right. So when we got to our door, we're knocking, we're banging, nobody was answering. So that made me even more nervous. Like I was even more scared. So Auntie banged some more. When Auntie Khadija banged, eventually my uncle came to the door. I don't know if he was intoxicated. I don't know, but he was lit. So he opened the door. So instantly mom was like, "Where Reese at?" So he's like, So as we walk into the house and we get into the house, we see that it's my mom's ex fiance. He's sitting in the couch. He's sitting on the couch. So he's sitting on the couch and he's out of it. Like he's just sleep. So Auntie Khadija walks over to him and she kicks his foot and she's like, "Yo," he didn't move. So she kicked it again twice. Boom, boom. "Yo, what's up? Where Reese at? Yo, where Reese at?" So eventually he gets up and he's like, "Oh, yeah." So she's like, "Where Reese?" So he like, oh, Reese in the hospital. I instantly started crying, yo. I started screaming. So I'm like, "What do you mean?" So Auntie Khadija like, what you mean she in the hospital and you sitting here? What do you mean? You about to marry her, she in the hospital and you sitting here and her brother sitting here. What is my sister-in-law? What the F happened? And so he like, yeah, on her way from the bar that night, she got robbed. I left her at the bar because we got into it and she got robbed. They robbed her for all her jewelry. And you know her, she wouldn't let them just take it. So she was fighting. So the more she fought, the more they did to her. And she's not doing good. God, y'all, I was crying. I was screaming, y'all. It was the saddest. That was probably one of the saddest days of my life. Not knowing if my mom was like really dead or alive. Like not knowing. So she like, "What hospital at? What hospital Reese at?" Auntie Khadija said. So he was like, "She's at University Hospital," which is the hospital I eventually ended up working at. So crazy. Um, so we went to University Hospital. As we went to the lobby, we see that, it's crowded, it's people there. So we went to the information desk and we gave them my mom's name. They like, "We don't have nobody here by that name." So we just kept giving them the name, like, "You got to." They said she here, like she gotta be. So they kept saying they didn't have her name. So eventually we just went over there to the waiting area and just sat and just tried to figure out like what the hell was going on. And eventually the lady from the information desk called us back over and she was like, "Excuse me, come here, come here." She was like, "I do have a Jane Doe that's been here for a couple days. You more than happy to go see her and see if that's her. She can't talk or anything, so we couldn't get her name or anything. And her face is like messed up, so we couldn't identify her." And so Auntie Khadija was like, "Yeah, I can go." And so Auntie Khadija, sure enough, we waited downstairs with Tomoise. And Auntie Khadija went upstairs to go see the Jane Doe. And y'all, that was my damn mom up there. That was my damn. Y'all, what he did, what he did to my mom was so bad. She had to have all these surgeries. She was in a coma for months. She couldn't talk. We couldn't recognize her. Nothing. It was horrible. But when we talked to her today, she'd be like, all I thought about was y'all. Like, all I thought about was, I got to pull through this for y'all. So this man took my mom. This is what really happened. So apparently on her birthday, they went out, right? My mom is like me. She's bubbly. She's lovely. Everybody loves her. And so she went out. It's her birthday. It's her 31st birthday. And she's getting married. She's in a good mood. she chilling. Like I know her, she chilling. So they at the bar, and I'm gonna take y'all to on a little trip to show y'all where it happened at. They at the bar, and so now the bar is closing. It's time for them to go home. They leave the bar. It's 1 a.m. They leave the bar, and on the way home, my mom, I guess, still wanted to, probably go somewhere else to an after hour spot. This is her area. This is where she's from. Everybody knows her. So she wanted to probably go to another place. He probably didn't. Who knows? But anyway, an argument started, right? The two of them got into an argument on the way home. As they were walking home, he pushed my mom into this abandoned lot where it was like all these cement bricks, where it was like I guess they had just knocked down all of these big buildings. And so those bricks, those big ass cement bricks, right? So he took my mom in there and he he started to beat her up, right? He started to beat her up. But not only did he start beating her up, he started to take those cement bricks. They're visiting the hospitals. My aunt and them are going to see her. Even my dad is up there. And they even was thinking my dad was a suspect. Like maybe he did this. He mad. She's getting married right now. It could have been him. But my dad was like, I would never. And one thing about me and Reese is whenever we got into it, I never hurt her like that. Like I would never. Please, like check under her fingernails. Reese would scratch you. Anytime she fought me, she done scratched me. Check under her fingernails. So this is what my dad was telling the detectives and my aunts and them. And so that's exactly what they did. So they and under her nails was a lot of skin. A lot. So they took the skin under her nails and by the grace of God, my mom eventually woke up. She woke up, she didn't look the same at all, yo. My mom, it was she's she's beautiful now. She's healed. She's beautiful. But what this man did to my mom is horrible, and it changed her life for the rest of her life. So as my mom is in a hospital, she's getting nursed back to health. Her main nurse, is this man's sister. So he's still coming to the hospital. He's still going up there. My mom's, she's in a coma, so she doesn't know who's up there. She's out of it. My aunts and them just know that they see him every day. He's there. They're thinking he's a good husband, mate, whatever. And he's there. And his sister's there taking care of my mom. So it looks like good. It looks like, oh, he's a good guy. He's really a good guy. There's no way he could have done this. And so time goes by and we're not allowed to go up there and see my mom. It was too much. And even when she came home, it was a lot for us to see her because she didn't even look the same. And so um eventually when my mom woke up, she couldn't really open her eyes. I think she heard his voice. They said something along those lines. She heard his voice and she screamed and was like, Pearl, I want to talk to you by yourself. I want to talk to you by yourself. That's her oldest sister. And so she talked to my aunt. My aunt cleared the room. Auntie Khadija was there. She cleared the room. And he was in the hallway. Everybody was in the hallway. And she told my Auntie Pearl, she said, Pearl, he did this to me. She said, he did this to me. So Auntie Pearl ran in the hallway and told Auntie Khadija, she said, Khadija, he did this. Reese just told me he did this. And so he ran. And weeks later, the results obviously came back and the skin under her nails was his. And my mom was just never the same after that. Like she's permanently disabled. She doesn't know how to like deal with pain, so she just deals with it. You get what I'm saying? So she doesn't have parents. She doesn't have people to really. She only got us. So it's hard. And the reason I'm sharing this story is because I seen this man twice. He did go to jail. He did do 7 years. My mom didn't want to take it to trial. She didn't have the energy to take it to trial. So he got 7 years for this, right? So he came home. I seen him twice. Now he doesn't know who I am now. I'm an adult. So when I seen him, he was with the lady. And this is one of the reasons I'm sharing this story. I'm hoping that this lady's children, one of them, two, whoever, because I think she said she has kids. I hope one of them sees this. I was talking to her and I was like, when I seen him, my stomach dropped. And I seen that he was with the woman, my stomach dropped again. And so um I followed the lady. I tried to make sure I got her like alone. And I followed her. We were in Save a Lot. And I followed her in the store. We got to the egg aisle and I said, listen, I said, his name is such and such and such. And he just came home, right? She said, yeah, I said, yeah, I know. I said, he came home because he almost my mom. She said, what? I said, yeah, he almost my mom. She said, yeah, well, he wouldn't do that to me. He ain't gonna do that to me. I said, "Man, he's dangerous. Like he's very dangerous. Please protect yourself." I said, "He's done this before." And that's what I forgot to tell y'all. Come to find out, he has done this many multiple times before. If I'm not mistaken, I heard that in South Carolina, he actually unalived the woman. So this is just what he does. So when I seen this lady, I was talking to her, but she didn't seem like, interested in what I had to say. And so I'm going to share his name and everything in the comments so that you guys can protect your mom. Protect your mom. Protect your mom. This man is dangerous, and there's many more men out here like that. So you got to do your due diligence and do your research on these people. You got to make sure you know them in and out before you get into a relationship with them. Because these some of these men are devils, and they want to take you out. You think they love you, and you think they're here because they care. No, they want to take you out. They jealous and they envious, right? And it's usually the strong ones that they try to do it to. So protect yourself, protect your family, and this is really the introduction to me. My life has been, life and since a child, but respectfully, I wrote a book called Pain into Profit because I realized that I had more pain than I had anything, and so instead of just drowning in pain and being, sad or broken because of what life decided to, show me, I decided to turn it into my profit. And so that's where Biz Trap Mom came from. That's my mom's story. And that's just part one of it. If you know me, you know that because of that, I tried to always never get into a relationship where it was abusive in any shape, sorts, kinds, or anything. But again, life be life in. So eventually I did get into a relationship that I didn't know either. I thought it was safe. I thought it was going to be regular. Turned out I didn't die. I didn't. I was hospitalized, but I didn't. Nothing compared to what my mom been through. You get what I'm saying? Slept in my car with my kids, had to make a way respectfully. But because my mom went through that, I thought I would never go through that. You get what I'm saying? But we can't determine what we go through in life. You get what I'm saying? So you just gotta take the good with the bad, and you gotta keep stepping. You either gonna let your situations make you or break you, and you can't let it break you, especially if you got kids that depend on you, because they can't depend on nobody else. All right. So it's Biz Tribe family. Thank y'all for listening. Protect y'all moms, protect y'all sisters, protect y'all brothers, protect each other. Period. Period. It's a reason God gifted you with the family. Even though we don't like them a lot of the times, you still gotta protect each other. All right. So it's Biz Tribe family, and until next time.